Hi, welcome. All right, these are exercises you can do while you're cooking or baking or in the kitchen. And as always, stay in your pain-free zone. Don't do anything that hurts you. You want to get stronger. You don't want to get weaker or irritate the areas in your body that are tender. Also, you don't want to do it if you have a knife, sharp knife or sharp thing in your hand. So, as always, use common sense. First and foremost, let's warm up. How do we warm up? We just move our body in gentle range of motion, doing the movements that we're going to be exercising later on. So hamstring curl. When you sit a lot, your hamstrings get tired and weak. So when you sit, you're cutting off the circulation of your hamstrings. So now we are invigorating them, getting oxygen, getting blood flow in, which will help your low back, your hips, and your knees. Excellent. Then let's go up, raising a knee. We're going to make this harder in a second. So you can do these while you're waiting for your pot to boil, or your oven to warm up, or your items sauteing, or whatever is happening in your kitchen. We're going to make this harder. First, let's engage our pelvic floor, our bladder control muscles. So put your feet together, your knees together, your thighs together. And we're going to squeeze those together and up, up, up. Now try not to squeeze your rear end. Those are big muscles in your body. They want to take over. We are utilizing and exercising our pelvic floor muscles, our Kegel muscles, our bladder control muscles. So try and relax these muscles as you squeeze your thighs together and your pelvic floor, bladder control Kegels are raising up, up, up. It's hard to do. You may even want to feel your rear end to ensure that those muscles are trying not to take over and squeeze, but that it's your pelvic floor muscles that are rising up. Now let's add on. Your pelvic floor muscles are coming up. Your low belly muscles are helping you raise your stomach muscles up, raising up and up. Well, let's add on again. Your pelvic floor muscles are coming up and your upper abdominals are going down. So you're squeezing your muscles without rounding your back, but your stomach muscles are crunching together, yes. You may even feel it in your back. You may feel it in your stomach, yes. Then up on our toes. So lifting your heels high and going, by the way, you want to try to go on the base of your big toe and pointer toe. You're going to try not to go only on the base of your little toe. So you want your feet to go straight up, and you don't want your feet to be flared out, if at all possible. Then, straight as a statue, lift a toe, lift a toe. Lifting your toes as high up as you can get them. By the way, new research is out that if you are able to lift your toes and lift your heels, that your pelvic floor will get stronger. Yeah, with my other videos, I'll have more information on that. But right now, we're just doing things that we can do while we're cooking and baking. Now let's focus on our shoulders for a moment. Roll your shoulders to the back. Stand straight up. Head back so that your hands are by your side seams. They're not out in front. So just make sure you're rolling so that your arms comfortably lay by your side seams. Now we're going to turn on and off the water spigot in the garden. Your shoulders are down and you are rotating your shoulders back, stretching tall. We are going to make this harder. A lot of people say it makes their shoulders and their back feel so much better. But as always, modify it. So the next harder version is opening the book. You're still stretching tall, opening the book. We're going to make it harder. Hug a tree. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and together. Squeezing your shoulder blades down and together. Down and together. Yes. Your back is flat, stretching as tall as you can stretch. Excellent. Then a W. Shoulders are down and together, meaning your shoulder blades are squeezing down and together. Shoulder blades squeezing down and together. We are going to add on Sternum Butterfly. Your hands are at your sternum, your chest, and you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Squeeze together and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down in the back, in your back. Squeeze together and down. Let's make it a little more. Hands on your stomach. Squeezing together and down. Squeezing your shoulder blades in your back together and down. Squeezing together and down. Even a harder version, butterfly back. Squeezing your shoulder blades together and down. Squeezing together and down. Squeezing together and down. And one more. Now we are going to go back to our legs. The squat. I love this kitchen sink squat. You aren't way up by your kitchen sink. You're back a step or two. Sit back a little bit. The weight is in your heels. Your back is flat. It's not rounded like that. It's nice and flat. Lift a toe to ensure that the majority of the weight stays in your heels. Then lower as low as you want, but don't go below your knees. Stay above your knees. Press your heels at the top. Tuck your tailbone, squeezing your rear end. Then relax. Sit back to however low you want, as long as your back is straight. Press your heels and squeeze, tucking your tailbone. So you are pressing your heels and squeezing. Now, experiment. Do you like it closer, a half a step closer? Is that easier on your knees? Do you like it a little bit back? Again, you want your knees to feel good, pressing your heels into your knees. This is kind of a modification of a wall squat. Do you see how it could be a wall squat in which your back is against the wall? Do you see how I'm upright like this and I'm upright like this? I like the kitchen sink squat because it's almost like a rocking chair squat. I mean, it just feels good. Yeah. Pressing your heels and pressing your heels to protect your knees. All right, now let's try a lunge. Stepping back. Ideally, this is in a public facility, so it doesn't have the kickboard. But ideally, your toe would be on your kickboard so that your knee could not extend forward, that your covered board would be helping your knee. This leg is not way back. That's going to put stress on your hip flexors, your psoas. Ideally, you want your knee parallel to your cupboard, to the wall. The majority of the weight is in your front heel, taking pressure off of your back knee. Press your front heel in. You are pressing your front heel in. Press. This is 2. Press your heel 3. If you don't like this lunge, 4. You can always do a squat, 5. Ideally, your knee stays right over your heel, 6. Ideally, it does not move forward like that, 7. Pressing your heel, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do the other side. Get in good position first. Your knee is over your heel, not over the ball of your foot. Pressing your heel into the floor. Your back leg is parallel to the wall. It is not way back. This is 4 and 5. 6, 7. When your legs get stronger, 8. You will have stronger knees, 9, and stronger hips and back, 10. Excellent. Hamstring curl. Let's work on balance. All right, standing in one area, in one position, I should say. Then we're just going to curl our leg up. Now I'm going to turn this way so you see that I'm not touching the floor. Let's make it harder. Squeeze your rear end. Tighten your rear end, squeezing as you lift, squeezing. You may even feel the tightness in your hamstrings in the back. Squeeze. This is 6, 7, 8, 9 of 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Let's do the other leg. Your knees are soft. They're not locked out. They're soft. Squeeze your rear end. 1. Squeeze 2. Squeeze 3. Oh, this is so good for our body. 5. So good for our back. 6. Squeeze 7. Squeeze 8. So good for our knees, our balance. This is 9. Our hips. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14, and 15. Now we're going to take a break from our legs and we're going to strengthen our chest and our arms. The kitchen sink or kitchen counter push-up. I'll go over to the counter, but you could do it at the kitchen sink. You may want hot pads so that this rough edge doesn't dig into your hands. So the first, actually, I changed my mind because I see on the monitor that you can't see my feet very well. So you could, by the way, your elbows are either down or to your sides. To your sides will get your triceps more, the wings of our arms. Out will get your chest and the front of your chest more. So you decide what you want to work on and all is good. So it is, I'm going to do out just a little bit like this. It's the more general push-up. And depending on how far your feet are, is how hard you're going to do the push-up. 1, your back is flat. 2, shoulders are down. 3, tighten your stomach. 4, exhale when you push away. So exhale now. 5. Exhale. 6. Your back is flat. 7. As if you had a board glued to your back. 8. 9. Shoulders are going to want to hike up. Don't let them. And 10. Then I'm going to do the triceps where my elbows are in closer. And 1. Now again, you regulate with your feet. 2, how close you want to be. 3, or how far back you want to be. 4, shoulders are down. 5, head is back in really good posture. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh man, that will help make your arms, your triceps, your upper body strong, but doing it in a common sense way. Let's work on balance. We are going to stand on one foot. I'm going to get my timer. We are going to stand on one foot first for 30 seconds. Ready and go. So 30 seconds, I am going to use the mobility by twirling my ankles, strengthening those small muscles in my ankles and my wrists so that it is getting my wrists, my grip strength strong. And that, then reverse. So 30 seconds is all we're standing. If you wiggle and wobble, that's just working your balance muscles more. Don't let that discourage you. That was 30 seconds. Let's do the other side. Ready, set, and go. Yeah. Stretching tall. You can even tighten your stomach. You can even tighten your rear end. And then reverse. Shoulders are down. They oftentimes want to hike up and help us, but have your shoulders down. tighten your stomach. That was 30 seconds. Excellent. Now we're going to do 45 seconds. I'm going to do some other things with my legs. Ready and go. First, I'm going to kick out, bending my knee, kicking out. You can do whatever you want. Make it fun, like challenging. Like, I wonder if I can do this. Then I'm going to go to the side. By the way, when you're going to the side, you don't want your toe pointed. You want your toe straight ahead so that you're working your medial glute right back there where we tend to get a bunch of stuff back there. Then I'm going to go straight back. Soften your standing knee, going straight back. So I am not touching the floor, but you can touch the floor if you want. 45 seconds, yes. Let's do the other side. Ready and go. Stretching tall. When you tighten your stomach, your shoulders and neck and upper back can relax. When you don't tighten your stomach and you're using your shoulders as leverage, you're going to get all kinds of pain in your neck and your shoulders and your upper back, your rotator cuff. So if you have shoulder back issues, rotator cuff issues, tighten your stomach more throughout your day. Then I'm going to go straight back. That bending knee is soft. It's never flexed out. It's never straight as a stick. 45 seconds, yes. Now we're going to do a minute. Ready, set, and go. Now with this, I'm going to dance a little just for some variety. You can have your favorite music on while you're cooking and baking, and you can dance. Don't worry about wiggling. Wiggling, the more you wiggle, the more those balance muscles work. So if you're wiggling and having a hard time standing, that means those balance muscles are working overtime. Don't let it discourage you. The more you do anything, the better you get at it. The more you cook and bake, the better you get at it. The more you eat chocolate, the better you get at it. The more you worry, the better you get at it. The more you do anything, the better you get at it. So you just decide what you want more of and just do it. Don't let your wiggling, wobbling, or tiredness in your legs throw you off. Balance is so important. That was 60 seconds. Let's do the other side. Ready, set, and go. And again, I'm going to dance just to do the same thing on both sides. The sun is shining in here through the facility windows. I hope that doesn't bother you. Wonder if I moved back a little bit. I'll move back and see if that helps. At least it gets it out of my eyes. So you just customize it. If you want to make it harder in whatever way, make sure you're in good form though. Make sure if anything hurts you, you stop immediately. You don't want to get your areas, your weak areas injured anymore. You want to get your areas stronger in a common sense, sensible way. So this is 56, 57 seconds. A minute, yes, excellent. Okay, now we're going to do some stretches. A really good back stretch, well, let's do the easier back stretch first. It is bending your knees, tucking your tailbone. So tucking your tailbone is you're tucking your tailbone. Your pelvis is going forward. You're tucking your tailbone under. So tucking your tailbone, you could step back a little or step back more or really step back, still tucking your tailbone, bending your knees. I hope I turn this microphone on. Can you hear me better? Then gently walking forward. Now, if you're dizzy at all from that, stomp your feet a little bit or pat. Patting gently, not harshly or bruising, but gently patting really helps wake up the muscles and all that connective tissue, or even just rubbing is really good. So patting again, or rubbing, whichever feels better to you. The other side. Patting is more common when you're talking about this type, but whatever works. Then rubbing your back. All right, now we are going to do the exercise that a lot of people don't like to do, but it's really good, but you have to do it very gently. Stand in back of your counter and have your hands on your counter. Tuck your tailbone in a little bit. Tuck your tailbone in a little bit. Soften your knees, and you're just leaning back, holding your hands onto the counter for stability. If you want, you could hang on to your waistband, or you could have a towel or a belt hanging on. Soften your knees, tuck your tailbone, and you're leaning back. Your head is going back also. Yes. Then breathing. Oh, let's exercise our lungs. Improving your lung capacity is wonderful. You don't want to breathe in and just have your chest expand. Let's pretend we are a professional singer. We are breathing in and we are expanding, getting that oxygen in our low stomach. Three-dimensionally, our sides are expanding and our low back is expanding. So three-dimensionally, we're getting that oxygen low, low, low. And then exhale, getting all that oxygen out of your lungs. So much garbage is expelled out of your lungs. Then again, breathe in. It's called the cleansing breath, getting it low, 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 expanding three-dimensionally. And then exhale everything out, everything out. Now we're going to do, you can add on the breath again. I call this the grateful hug. Breathing in, expanding low, low, low. And then your shoulder blades in your back are going towards your side, toward your fingers. So you're not rounding your back, you're just widening your back, expanding out. And we need a bazillion grateful hugs throughout our day. Oh, man. Then one last one for balance. Tap your toe. You're tapping your toe or set of toes as fast as you can. Faster, faster, faster for 10 seconds. Just speeding it up. And then your other set of toes. Tapping as fast as you can for 10 seconds. Speeding it up. Oh man, I feel that my leg's getting tired. And that is it. Thank you so much. I hope this helps you. I hope it saves you time. And we will see you soon.